Speaking about the Bucks and potential playoff thing
And a potential Miami player.
and a
Future Miami player.
potential Miami player, it might happen. We'll see. It all depends what happens. But what I wanted to ask you, Andrade, and going to our next topic,
Ask
is
it.
hypothetically, let's say if the Heat and the Bucks meet in Eastern Conference Finals or wherever happens, and let's say the Heat or another team, most likely it'll be the Heat, that pull off that upset and eliminates the Bucks. To go to this question,
Yeah, I was like,
do
where
the
you going?
do the Bucks need to make the finals for Giannis to stay?
That's a very heavy question. Do the Bucks need to make the finals to keep Giannis Antetokounmpo? That's like the question that's been brought up a lot because you know how media does it every time there's a not even the contract expiring, just a potential extension this summer, and then now they're just beating a dead horse with that topic.
Dude, it's like right now.
And now
man.
we are.
No, it's like no, man. It's like look, you probably noticed I'm coughing, man. Probably some of our viewers are like, oh shit, man, coronavirus, man.
Shut
I'm
the
like,
fuck up. Don't jinx it. But look, in my opinion, yes, the Milwaukee Bucks have to make the NBA Finals if they want to this year, or at the very least next year, if they want to keep Giannis Antetokounmpo. Like, I don't see it any other way, because look, yes, Giannis loves Milwaukee. He's expressed it a lot, which is crazy. I've also read and watched how Milwaukee is a great city for Giannis in terms of like it fits his personality and character. He loves how low key it is, and he loves the people, which I can see all that. But guess what? There's one thing that Giannis loves more than anything else, or at least that's how he expresses it to the public so far, and that's winning. The guy is a true competitor. The guy has a true winner's mindset, and the guy has a true unselfish ability for his team to just get to the results that he wants.
Okay.
And I don't see it any other way. And I remember watching, I forgot who it was, but it was a guest on The Herd talking about like, look, I know Giannis pretty well, and he really would he makes the sacrifices, and he's kind of old school in the way that he sees things, where like he doesn't train with a lot of other NBA players during the summer because he doesn't want to train with his opponents. He denied the Space Jam 2 appearance because he wanted to focus on his training and stuff for the current Giannis that we're seeing perform this regular season. And the fact that he's just so different in that way, especially in today's modern age, like how many stars would deny a Space Jam 2 appearance? You know what I mean? Because that's really, like, people have to understand that that's actually immense exposure for him, for any star, a nice payday, and it really isn't that it's like what, like 2 weeks to a month of shooting. You know what I mean? But Giannis is such an athletic competitor and animal inside it. He put that all aside, and to me that speaks volumes, and to me that also resonates with the Miami Heat organization and the Miami Heat culture. And I'm not saying that he's going to Miami. That's just I may be a little biased, but I do think they have a good chance. But to me, it just shows that Giannis is not going to stay with an organization that is not going to keep winning or have a legitimate shot to win the championship. And not just one championship, but multiple. You know what I mean? So if the Bucks don't get their shit together, and they've tried to build a team around them for years now, if they don't get their shit together, I can definitely see Giannis booking it, because there's no reason. Money is important. He's already made his money. He's made enough where he can now focus on what he really wants, and what he really wants, it seems, is to win championships. So I can see himself, if they don't make it this year, I think that makes it a very low chance that he'll take that extension, especially because I'm pretty sure him and his team are going to want to keep the Bucks on their toes and be like, okay, look, he didn't sign an extension. We really got to build this team around him for the 2021 season. But if they don't make it this year and next year to a finals appearance, I'm not even talking about winning the championship. I'm just saying making a finals appearance. Like, nah, bro. Like, the guy is, what, 25, 26, 25, 24?
25, 24, something like that.
So like he's entering his peak, or I would say he's already entered his peak a little earlier than most people enter their peak, around like 27.
He's about to enter.
So like, what that's what I'm saying. I think he's already like entering it like a little earlier than the usual 27 to like 31, 32. So it's like he's not gonna want these years to go to waste. Like he's already made his money since he got drafted by the Bucks. So yeah, I think the Bucks have to make the finals to keep him. Like have to, at least if not this year, next year. But if they don't make it this year, just to the finals, then it's that I'm pretty sure it's gonna be a frustrating 2020-21 season for the Bucks moving forward, because now that's gonna be hanging over their head, like, you know, kind of like LeBron in his last year of the Cavs before he went to LA, and a couple other teams before they went before a couple start, like KD and the Warriors. If KD won that championship, they say like, oh, maybe he would have stayed to do the three-peat. You know what I mean? And it's kind of similar. Like, when you're a star of that level, there are certain standards that not only the public wants to see you reach, but you yourself want to reach. And everything he's expressed to us, it seems like that's what he genuinely wants. So I just don't think he's gonna put up with too much bullshit if it doesn't come with winning. Because you can put up with so much bullshit as long as you're winning. That's what every winner has said. You know, every champion. You can go through all these problems, all these chemistry issues, but guess what resolves it all? Winning. And if he doesn't start winning, but he still has this beautiful chemistry with his teammates and whatever, it's gonna start crumbling, because it's like, okay, we have all this, but I'm still missing the most important component to my career, to my legacy. And judging how Giannis presents himself, I think he wants to be historic in this game. You know what I mean? So yeah. What about you? What do you feel? You think the Bucks have to make the finals to keep him?
At the very minimum, they have to make the finals. I'm actually gonna add a point. If they want to keep him for sure, they got to win the championship to do that, because
in the next 2 years.
To give you an analogy with this would be his LeBron before he left Cleveland for the first time. They made the finals in 2007. But that clearly wasn't enough to keep him in Cleveland.
Then they missed the finals for like 2 years after.
No, granted, Middleton he has a better supporting cast than the Cavaliers ever had.
Yes.
You know, the best player that the Cavaliers had during that time, you can correct me if I'm wrong, is either Antoine Jameson or Larry Hughes. I'm like, dude, Chris Middleton is a lot better than those two. When it comes to that, but more importantly as well, if the Bucks don't make the finals this year, they're definitely not making the finals next year. Because imagine the media is already talking about this nonstop. Well, maybe not nonstop, but they're starting to bring that up. Just imagine that noise is just gonna get louder and louder.
Yeah. You can ignore it, but
yeah, you can ignore it only so much, and it's just gonna get tougher in the sense that next year you're gonna have another threat in the East. The Boston Celtics are gonna be a year older with their young fellas.
That's true. With Jason Tatum another year under his belt.
Jaylen Brown, they're just gonna get better and better. The Nets, they're hopefully, for their sake, they're gonna have a healthy Kyrie Irving. Kevin Durant's gonna come back from his injury.
Mm-hmm.
They're gonna have even more threats with out west. They already have the Lakers. They have the Clippers. The Warriors are going to be back. They're going to have Steph Curry. They're going to have Clay back. They're going to have possibly the number one pick. See what they're going to do with that. The Miami Heat, their young fellas are going to get another year older. You can never count out Pat Riley in the offseason. You saw this year. They had no cap room. They had horrible contracts, and he was able to pull out Jimmy Butler out of a rabbit. Just imagine what he does this year. Bradley Beal. It has to be, it's boom or bust. They gotta make the finals for even Giannis to consider signing back with them. But quite honestly, even if they make the finals, he's not gonna sign that extension.
So in your opinion, they have to win it.
They have to win it. If they win it, then Giannis.
I guess I'm being more lenient. I think if they make an appearance at least once.
No, they gotta win it. If they win it, then the media is kind of gonna like turn it the other way on.
For
Giannis.
sure, and not even that. Like if they win it, then he'll be happy because it'll ease his.
It'll ease his thing because based on his personality, he doesn't seem like the type of guy that I guess wants to go to LA or go to Miami for like the glamour and all that stuff.
See, in a way, I think Miami would be a better. I guess a little off tangent, but better because we don't have as much noise as an LA or New York. You know what I mean? Like here, you can actually be pretty more chill.
And his type of personality, he's not that big of like partying and stuff.
He's
like that.
not.
So
he'll be. He's a freak though. He'll
freak.
let you know.
He'll let you know on Twitter and social media, but
man, he's funny as fuck. Man.
Yeah, he's funny.
He's cool as shit.
He's funny as fuck. And,
yeah, I like him.
But with the type of player that he is, type of person he is, he'll fit seamless to what the Miami Heat have. But make it clear on my take, if they don't make the finals, they're fucked. They're gonna lose them. You might as well get on the phone and offer some trades for him because he's gone.
Lose him, is done. The Bucks are gonna have another drought, like same way they lost Kareem.